Good morning, YouTube. I hope everybody out there is doing fantastic today. It is Tuesday morning, and I'm at the shipper right now waiting to get loaded. I've been here overnight. But what better way to start the morning while you're waiting to get loaded than making a brilliant cup of coffee or a brilliant pot of coffee while you sit in your truck. I love making my own coffee in the truck. Shut up, ladder. I love making my own coffee in the truck because it tastes, I think it tastes better than a lot of the truck stop coffees. But that's just my biased opinion, I guess. This beautiful day we have going on, it is gorgeous outside right now. Can't ask for a prettier day. It's to be a little warmer. It's only like 43 degrees or something like that, but it's gorgeous outside, so can't wait to get this day started. Whoopsies! Made a mess.
When does this happen in the movie?
Now. You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
Past that.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
These make a great breakfast for any of us truckers out here that have microwaves. They're really good, and they're simple. And you know, I throw a few of these in my refrigerator. They're not too bad, you know, for a whole breakfast. They're not too bad at all. The eggs everything's included in here if you've never had one before. I usually throw an extra egg in there. 2 eggs just isn't enough for me because I'd like to go quite a while before I have lunch. But these are pretty good though. Jimmy Dean. Especially if you're like me and you're doing the keto thing, these are perfect. They have everything in there that, you know, is recommended for keto: eggs, meat, cheese. And they're just really simple to do. They're really simple. So I'd recommend these if you are tired of buying breakfast out every day. Just takes a few minutes in the microwave and then they're done. And then right here is your finished product. It's a pretty good amount of food. Like, I mean, I like I said, I add a couple eggs to it. But yeah, it's not bad though. Now, of course, I probably commit the ultimate sin for egg people out there. Yeah, that's right. I put ketchup on my eggs.
We're dealing with one sick son of a bitch.
I've had people call me a few names because I put ketchup on my eggs, but it's better that way. What can I say?
Cold fire, left by the sun at the dawn. No thought I had a demon for lunch. Cold fire.
trailer light issue worked on here. The wiring. I tell you guys, this keto diet that I'm on seems to be doing the trick. I just got to keep it up, keep it consistent. I've lost 7 pounds, so I'd say it's a success so far. Especially for being a truck driver and not being able to work out as much as I'd like to while I'm on the road. When I go home, I work out, but you know, when I'm on the road, obviously it's a little harder sometimes. Not impossible, but a little more difficult. So diet is the key. What you put in your body, that's the most important thing if you want to lose weight out here. And vegetables and things like that are a must. You really gotta watch out what you're putting in there. And with this keto diet, I like it because the food tastes good, but the problem with it is meal prep. You know, the meal prep is it's decent. I mean, it's not hard. It's just time consuming. You know, it can take away several hours of your day before you hit the road, because you're preparing. Like I prepare spaghetti squash, and I'll grill some pork chops and things like that. So it takes a little bit of time out of your day while you're home, but it's not bad. It's just hard, the hardest part is learning how to avoid the temptations while you're on the road, because I love pizza at the Flying J. The Flying J and the Pilots, those pizzas, people give me shit for it sometimes because they think the pizza's disgusting. But I love it. I love the pizza at the Flying J. Some of the Flying J's will even brush the pizza crust with garlic butter. Oh, God, it's good. You gotta stay away from it, And the macaroni and cheese that they have at the Flying J's. God damn it, that stuff is good. And it's easy. It's quick. You run in there. It's, for the most part, cheap. You go in there, you give them $4 for some macaroni and cheese, and you can get like a combo with meatloaf and get it for like, I don't know, $6.50 or $7. Now I do every now and again, I'll still get the meatloaf because that's not really off the diet. The meatloaf is about the only thing in that Flying J buffet line, whatever you want to call it, in that Flying J deli that is still on the diet. That's hot food. I mean, obviously there's salads, there and stuff like that, which I've got salads in my fridge. But it's just it's hard to avoid the temptation sometimes, but you got to do it. It's a matter of life and death, really. I mean, not to be so blunt, but to be so blunt, when you have a promising life like I do, I've got a beautiful wife at home. I've got 2 amazing kids. It's you have to watch what you're doing. You have to watch what you're eating. It's such a eat the wrong foods and you might as well be smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. You're just shortening your lifespan. That's one thing about me. That's the only thing really about me that's unhealthy is what I eat or what I ate before. I'm not a smoker. I've never really been a smoker. Back in my early 20s, every now and again, I'd smoke a cigar while I'm at a campfire with my buddies. I've never been a heavy drinker. Really, I haven't been. I mean, to be honest, and now, alcohol just doesn't even sound good to me anymore. When we were on our last cruise, there's this thing called the past guest party. Well, it's now called the Platinum and Diamond guest party, where only people that have been on enough cruise days to accumulate what would be considered a platinum or a diamond guest, status. And so we went to that party, and it's free alcohol for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's free alcohol and free hors d'oeuvres, and you can tell them whatever drink you want. They'll bring it to you. Whether it's anything, any drink. And I drank 1 beer and like 2 mixed drinks. It just didn't. I didn't really care for it. It just wasn't. I don't know. I don't want to say I didn't like it, but I just didn't care. And it's funny because when you're on one of those cruise ships, a drink is expensive. So when you have a chance to have a free drink, you take advantage of it. Especially when you just do. It's because it's expensive. But it didn't tickle my willy, as they say. So, yeah, just wasn't a fan. I don't know. But like I said, I mean, other than my diet in the past, I've not been an unhealthy person. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why, even though I'm overweight like I am, maybe that's why my blood pressure's never been high. I mean, every time I go to get my CDL reinstated, or not, my certificate of health, every time I go to get that reinstated, my blood pressure's always good. Not just acceptable, but good. So, it amazes me, to be honest with you. But I'm sure it's because I don't drink much. I don't smoke. I don't, like I said, I'll buy a 6-pack of beer every now and again, and it'll last me 3 months. I'll have like a beer, like, I don't know, maybe one beer every other weekend or something like that. Like while I'm grilling out, I'll have a beer. I've just got to get this diet under control. What you eat is very important, and I have to meal prep so I can avoid the temptation of the truck stops. And I got to meal prep not only to avoid those temptations, but to avoid those temptations, I got to make sure I have good food in my truck that's healthy. And that's not easy. It's not easy, and it's expensive to eat healthy. God, seriously, we're basically buying food for 2 households when we go to the grocery. We buy food, for my wife and kids for the house, and then we buy the food for the truck, and we probably spend $200 a week on food. It really is just, it's not cheap. It is not cheap. But you can't put a price on your health either. Anyways, I'm waiting for this light to get changed. We're here. We're going to get it changed and head on down the road. I'm going to Elizabeth, New Jersey, for the morning. So we'll get there and we'll get unloaded, and yeah, that'll be it. So let's do that. See this guy here? He's the one I was waiting for to pull out, and he went in there backwards. So he shouldn't even be coming out that way to begin with. So now he's blocking me from going in. There we go. The guy that changed his tire just knocked on his door and told him to move, and then shook his head walking away. Oh boy. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's get this tail light fixed so we can get on the road again. Pet peeve of mine right there are people that ride their brakes. That guy in front of me has been riding his brakes for about the last 10 miles. There's a reason that's a pet peeve. For one, you don't know when they're actually slowing down until, you actually see the truck slowing down. And two, it's just annoying as shit. And not to mention, it's horrible on their equipment. That will exponentially shorten the lifespan of those brake pads. And it's funny, I had somebody comment on one of my videos not long ago that said, I let the minor things bother me. Well, you know what? It's in my name, dude. I'm not just the friendly trucker. I'm friendly, grumpy trucker. Salad. So what's for lunch? Well, I made it to my my receiver. I'm here in Elizabeth right now, backed into a door, and come morning, they'll get me unloaded, and then I don't know where I'm going from here. Probably Flemington, that's my guess. So we'll just have to see. But I am going to have some dinner and go to bed. So I hope you all have a good one out there and be safe. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. So y'all have a good one out there, and we will talk at y'all later. Take care.